Hi friends, this is Suzy, your gaming guru. If you find these videos helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. That in turn would really help me out. So here we are on level 235 in Candy Crush Saga as a special dedication to Karen, who says that there have been quite a few changes. I want to zip through these before we get to the board because they're significant. First of all, King is infamous for reducing the moves. We used to have 50, we now have 32. But some other changes can offset that a bit. Does it make it easier? Not necessarily. I might rather have 50 moves how it used to be. But there are some advantages. First of all, we used to have mystery candies on the board, and unfortunately, King is getting rid of mystery candies. I really love them. It's always a surprise. But the good news is this isn't a surprise. First of all, we don't have to fear that it might be a ticking time bomb set at 4 trapped in all this frosting that we can't get to. It's not going to be deadly. It's a good thing. It's a wrapped candy. Secondly, with mystery candies, we always have to activate them. First, we have to find out what they are by matching them with the color. But we get to save a step here. We know these are good. They're not wrapped in marmalade or anything. They're available to us. And then another change, which looks awful but really is nothing, is the number of jelly we have to clear out. 32 moves for 162 jelly, whereas we used to have 81 jelly. This is just a mirage that it looks harder because there is a 9x9 grid here. That means a total of 81 squares. It used to be that no matter how thick the jelly was, they would just count it by whether or not a square had jelly. So it said 81, even though it used to be also double thick. Here they're giving us an indication of how many layers of jelly have to be removed. So it's the same amount, they're just counting it differently, which makes sense. They've always counted the layers of frosting, for instance, that we need to collect if that's one of our missions. The problem is they've never counted jelly this way before, and when they started, it just put fear into everybody. Don't worry. All right, so let's find out the best approach to this board. I need to probably try to get to the edges as best I can, but sometimes making a path down the center is the best way to that. I like this move. It would take out a frosting here. It would drop down an orange, and so I could make another match. I can see that. But I kind of like this one better. Oh, I was really hoping to get a stripe. It didn't work out the way I had hoped, but it's not awful. Now, on a board like this, sometimes it pays attention to look for cascading. I really want to set up these orange, but I don't see a way to it. At first I thought, if I put this purple together, I take out this, then this drops, and I take out this. I liked this idea because I could move these two down and then I would have orange, orange, gap, orange, orange. But there's not a lot of space to try to get another orange through here, and then these are going to drop down further when this blue comes down. So maybe that's not the best choice. But cascading is so fun. This gives me kind of a sure thing, but this can give me more than I expect. So sometimes I like to try for that, and then look at this. I can make a color bomb here, and then I was going to say a color bomb here, but that all happened by remote, so I love that. Now I have to figure out, can I get these two together and take out a layer of everything? And if so, do I want to? Because I've got multiple layers I need to remove. If I could put these together, I would. It would also hit these wrapped candies, but I don't see a clear path to that. So now I'm going to figure out what color could I take out that would make a big difference. I could take out orange, and I've got 1, 2 orange down here. That looks good. I've got 1, 2, 3 green. I've only got 1 blue. I can't reach purple. I like green. And I'm going to use this to take out, ooh. I think I'm going to use this to take out the green. It's okay to labor over a move for a little bit and make a decision, and this is why I did it. I thought, well, maybe I can set up another special. But sometimes we just run through a level really quickly and we don't contemplate all of the different opportunities, and we can take, we can try 50 times to beat a level by racing through it. Or we can slow down and contemplate and get through it more quickly. I do like this, but we don't have a lot of purple aimed a lot of places. I'm willing to risk this in order to make more things happen and see what I can do. Now if I do this or this, I'm also taking out purple, so I'll have even fewer to make this match. I'm going to bring this down some. Cut through here and see what happens. Wow, it's a lot of purple. If I do this, this changes into a stripe. It's not as beneficial to have it as a stripe as it would be to keep it as a wrapped. But I think I have enough purple on the board now where I like this move. Let's go ahead and do it. You can only forego using those moves for as long as you're willing to risk them. And I really did like that opportunity. I didn't want to needlessly risk it. Okay, so now I've got to get to these edges. I still have a little stuff up here. I'm thinking about doing something over this way and trying to drop a blue in, but this is going to go away if I do that. I might do this instead. Look at this orange. I'm building up orange here. I like a concentration of color. There wasn't a lot I could do with it, so I moved that. Ooh, could I get a red here to make a color bomb? I don't see it. Is a stripe a good opportunity here? No, I don't have a buildup. I think at this point in time, I'm better off working really low to the ground and knocking things out and allowing that cascading to occur. Should I make this stripe? Well, I do have a lot more jelly here. But I think I like this. And then look at this. If I can drop this down 1, 2, 3, I get a color bomb. Unfortunately, doing this will take this out and drop it down 4. I'm going to do this anyway and hope I get another purple here. Not quite. But now I can make this stripe, which is over to the edge a little bit more, and it's hitting frosting directly, so I prefer it. Let's do that. I've got to get over to these edges. I'm hoping that the top portions will just kind of take care of themselves. That's interesting. Not grand, but not awful. I think I like this more, putting that green together, because a stripe along the bottom like this can be extremely helpful. And then here we go. I do love wrapped candies here, so I'm going to create and set off a wrapped right away. Remember how I talked about stripes down this way? This purple, I feel like I could probably get a color bomb if I played it out well enough, but maybe this is better than a color bomb. Color bombs work best if I can pair them up with something. Nothing's striking me so far. So let's do this. We'll put more purple together. I can do this, which is not bad. I could do this, which gets more to the edge. But they're both aiming here. Let's do this. Oh, and now here I'm going to go for more cascading. I'm going to do this move, which takes off layers, but then also a purple is going to drop in and set this off and just allow for more things to happen. See how we get that cascading there? I can now set this off, which would set off a lot. Let's take it. A lot of times we only look at specials, and sometimes it's hard to create specials, but if we can start looking at cascading, we may put ourselves in a better situation. So now I'm looking around at the board at special opportunities. I've got blue and I've got blue. If I could get a blue here or here, I could get a color bomb. And so I'm contemplating this. I could just do this. I don't see how to get red here beautifully. I think I'm going to try to go for a blue here. There we go. So I can try to set it up with a special, but it's in an awkward spot. Or I could just take out all red or all orange. I think I'd prefer taking out all purple, but that's not an opportunity given to me right now. I still don't see this as being valuable. I just don't like matching this with red. Orange would be a little bit better, but it's hard for me to see good things happening over here. I'm going to do this more for the cascading opportunity. I didn't get a lot of cascade there. Orange or red. It's not lining up. Taking one thing out will create a concentration of color. So I do like this. Could I get another blue right here? I don't see it to make a color bomb, but I do like stripes along this border here. I can do this. I can do this. I like this. Look at how fun that was. There's that cascading. So I don't think I'm going to get this done on the first try, but I have had fun playing around with this and investigating, and I did get close. So maybe I need to make better choices this next time in order to clear out absolutely everything. Contemplating those moves and then taking them and seeing how did it turn out. Was it really the advantage I thought? Or, you know, was it worth it to just take out a color, or should I have taken out just a color earlier? I think I should have taken out that color earlier, used that color bomb more quickly, had an extra move for myself in the end game. So those are the types of improvements I'd like to see for myself. I'm going to pause the recording now, come back with a new board. I'm going to have the microphone turned off until I have something important to share. Distracted on these last few moves. Instead of focusing just on the jelly, I was kind of playing around all over. So I may have made a couple of bad moves at the end, but the good news is it still works. There we go. Got this done. And all told, that took about, I don't know, 3 or 4 tries. It was under 5 attempts. And I thought it was fun because with a nice big board, this is a fairly decent spot to try looking at all of the combinations you can make. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below, and as always, thank you so much for watching.